Mic check. Can we get a ooh-wee? We're gonna find out sooner than soon, I guess. Um, I apparently I think it is. I think it is because
Yeah.
I have ads going on this side. So
Yeah, me too.
iPad was not working. Leave that ad alone. iPad is not working. This is the Aquarius Full Moon, ladies and gentlemen. Already having some technical difficulties, if you will, on the program prior. But thank God we got the backup. We got the Celielli. All right. Let me see what's going on with this. Try to get a little camera white. This is the Aquarius Full Moon message. All right. We have some tarot that we're going to go ahead and do for you on this live. I'm bringing back the Hermetic deck. I have not worked with it in a while. It's black and white. It seems super simple, but it is full of flavor and interpretations. All right. Eileen's here with me. This is Iris Connection, her channel. So go ahead and check her out. I'm going to drop her link early just to let you guys know what's going on. In case you want to see her, she just did a video. What'd you just do?
Yeah, it's a video to prepare us for the Aquarius full moon. It's actually based on the Scorpio first quarter moon. Oh, that's the Murphy Show says that's their favorite deck.
It's a dope ass deck, yo.
Yeah. Oh, and we did a little of candle magic. So if you can, check it out because it's gonna help you unblock anything that is stopping you from getting all of your abundance. So we can actually do another spell to receive this abundance on the Aquarius full moon.
I see Jamie already connected on here. Is it possible for us to be on 2 channels at the same damn time? I'm kind of curious because I'd rather do this through my iPad. I'm going to press X here. Let me know if we lose y'all. If she want to stop streaming, no, I'm not sure that I want to stop streaming. Oh,
No.
Yeah, this one's done.
Hey, Jamie.
Yeah, we're gonna kill it. Hey, weirdos. All right, 2 cameras. Yes, they saw 2 cameras.
I didn't see anything here.
That'd be super cool at the same time.
No, this is definitely coming from the phone.
All right, I'm gonna try to just close that app and see if this keeps working out.
See, black dragon.
Okay. We got machines talking to us over there. All right. Listen, let's just get to the message because this is getting all too weird for me, okay? I've been having tech difficulties all day. Talk about Saturn in Aquarius in the 3rd house, all right? So I'm 3rd house, which is media. Using and talking through a platform like this is media. It's a prime example. The full moon will be conjunct Saturn in Aquarius. What does that mean? This is a very serious time, okay? Just for starters, this is a serious time. What do I mean by that? You can really expect that when planets go conjunct in the same sign, conjunction just means Aquarius and Aquarius, or Leo and Leo, and 2 different planets coming together. When 2 planets first align, there's always tension, all right? They always rub. Even though they're the same energies and they're familiar with each other, they do rub seemingly in the wrong way. But it's only because it's like 2 trains hitting, all right, at the same speed. So what happens? They cancel and neutralize each other out. Yet and still, that causes some damage. That causes some tension, all right, in our human lives. So this is a prime example. I want you to drop in a chat off the rip and we can try to help you live with this while you're live. Where is Saturn at in your chart? So let's give 2 examples. Your Saturn is, your Aquarius is, I'm so sorry, where's, not just Saturn. Saturn will count. I meant to say more so, where's Aquarius at? We know yours. Yours is 8th house.
Okay.
Well, I know hers. Hers is 8th house.
Yeah.
Okay. So where is Aquarius? What house is Aquarius in your chart? Give us that so we can help you out live with it. This one, we're not going to be giving the zodiac forecast for each of the signs. We're going to more so look at this as an interpretive message and allowing you as the audience to go ahead and give your feedback and give your insight so we can help people learn astrology. When I say learn astrology, it makes me automatically want to come back to the fact that this is the abundant reality and the challenges going on, right? Eileen, you want to tell them briefly about that and the opportunities that they have to still get the early bird extended?
Yeah, the early bird actually ended on August 1st, but I'm kind of a softie, so
She is.
So yeah, I was looking for ways to get more people to have the early bird. So we have this new thing. Anyone who is in Pernell's email list is gonna get an extension until August 8th.
Only the
So-
email. Only the email.
Yeah, so you have until the Lionsgate portal 8 to do this. So what is the course about? It's an 8-week mentorship. It's an online course. We're gonna be meeting each Saturday. One Saturday you will be meeting Pernell, so you can learn a little bit more of astrology, and Saturday you'll meet with me to learn a little bit more about magic. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna help you connect with your intuition, so you don't have to rely on other people to understand the messages that are coming clearly for you. We're gonna help you connect with your guides or whatever energies or spirits you connect with better. There's angels, there's dragons, there's a lot of things happening outside. So we're gonna help you to see a little bit more through that and help you to understand those messages because they connect differently with every person. Then we're gonna help you heal some old wounds that you have that are actually impeding you to keep going and to go to that abundance, to everything that you want and desire, and to actually understand what it is that you need, not only what you think you want. Then we're gonna apply all of this, all of the magic, all of the astrology knowledge, and finally we're gonna conclude. We're gonna help you conclude, close previous doors, so you can actually step into something new. Because that's something that happens. You're like midway. You're with 1 foot. I'm sorry, I have trouble with that. You're with 1 foot on the past, and you still want to go to the future, and that's not really gonna work. So we're gonna help you close that with love, and
With love.
yeah, because you can do it out of spite. It won't work. So you're gonna close those doors with love, and then you will actually be stepping into the abundance. I'm hoping Pernell will put the email list link right there so you can subscribe if you haven't, and you'll soon be getting a message about the Abundant Reality Kickstart.
Yeah, so if you look at the pinned message, all right, at the top of this chat live, you're going to see the email list. And again, that early bird is only getting extended from people that's actually on the email list. As of right now, the early bird is closed. It's just that simple. So let's move forward with it. All right, check that out. Sign up on the email list. Probably tomorrow, I think we're actually going to be putting our new email list out for the people. But we're talking Aquarius Full Moon. So somebody asked in the chat, where are we looking at, what placement? We're going to try to give you personal advice. I did see somebody in 10th house, and I think we have a special message for you.
That was from this morning.
What did we roll? We rolled dice.
Yeah, we rolled dice, and it was Aquarius, Venus, 10th house. And that's about having, what was it, the knowledge?
So we literally rolled dice. You're not going to see it right now. We did roll dice earlier, and it was Venus in Aquarius in the 10th house. So I'm going to keep the dice, actually, because this might be important. Now, we're going to cover that 10th house. We want you to drop what Aquarius placements are for you. I'm going to give you 2 live examples and samples where my Aquarius is in the 3rd house in Saturn. Her Aquarius is in the 3rd house. No, I'm so sorry. Her Aquarius is in the 8th house. So I'm going to use these 2 examples because we have live personal experience with ourselves, right? So we can help you understand how the full moon in Aquarius affect you. First, what are full moons about, Eileen?
Oh, full moon, it's about a culmination of something. It's when you actually get all of the rewards and all the prizes, all the recognition from all the work that you did prior. So you're still right on time to start working if you haven't started, or just keep getting into the vision. And it's also shining light on all of your shadows. So anything that it's down right now, and right now it's emotions. I did that on my last video explaining a little bit more about this because we're about to hit the first quarter in Scorpio. So that means that we have to dig deeply into our emotions, but that's a more personal thing. But when we hit the Aquarius full moon, it's actually going to shine on all of those emotions. And if we didn't work properly through them, it's going to be a little bit messier because the Aquarius full moon is actually asking us to talk with friends, to talk with people that we love. That they might be or not in your personal, most inner circle, but this is actually how you're going to better be able to understand what you're feeling and why. So that's going to be for this precise Aquarius full moon, but in general the full moons are shining our shadow selves.
So you see right there, we just dropped the first quarter All right, Moon in Scorpio, which is like tomorrow, right? I'm sure it's not there
it's
yet.
5th. Yeah.
Yeah, so tomorrow the moon goes into Scorpio. So check this report. Okay, I just dropped it in the chat, first quarter. All right, for the moon in Scorpio, this will help you understand how to better digest everything going on for the full moon in Aquarius. Aquarius.
Date August 11.
August 11. Thank y'all for the thumbs up. We haven't even been asking y'all to hit it, and y'all been hitting it for us. So we want to say thank you. We want to send you vibes. Courtney's in the chat. What's up? Jasmine, I see you in the chat. Jamie, what's up in the chat? Murphy, gang. Michael, what's going on? Good to see you again. So Starlander, Mike, hi.
Cool. Hey.
Yeah, Eileen actually talked to me. She said you're looking to actually get into the abundant reality, the 8 weeks with us. So that's super dope. I'm glad that you got back to her. He was one of the third place winners, along with Courtney, because again, like we said, Eileen said it herself. She was like, I'm a softie, so she's like, there should be two third place winners. I was like,
That's gonna be interesting.
yeah, what the hell was that? You seen that? That was one of our dice. 7? Damn. So partnerships, business, relationships, right? 7th house could be business relationships, could be contract, could be justice, balance, everything Libra, social connections, social circles, which is a lot about this full moon in Aquarius. So I'm gonna kind of get into that message. And as I do want to give one shout out and heads up for my good friend Jasmine in the chat. We talked today. She's officially ready. Tomorrow we will go live on the Mercury entering Venus transit, okay? It'll be a live tarot going on for Virgos, so check that out. That's the link. You can go ahead and just click the reminder. Jasmine and I will be going. She's actually in the chat right now watching, so, you know, why not support the people that support you? And this is everything to do with the full moon in Aquarius. Support the people that are supporting you and be ready to abandon the people who are not. All right, I said that very, very clear. I used a word that is very, very triggering. I said abandon. Support the people who are supporting you, but be ready to abandon the people who are not. This entire moon in Aquarius is about you recognizing there have been certain people who have supported you to this point, and you should thank them and you should be grateful for them. In all sincerity, give them your love. But the simple reality is they supported you until this point. If you hold on longer than now, you're going to basically know by the tensions overall, just saying, dang, it cost me more to have this person in my life or to be a part of this group, which is 11th house, everything Aquarius. It cost me more than it gives. And if that is like that, I want you to just, maybe I don't want to be so direct. I was going to say type their name, but maybe it's like, maybe we don't need to cancel people like that. I'm super aggressive. But the simple thing behind this is it costing you more now than they're giving back? I have one friend that I have in mind right now, for example, and it was very hard for me to decide, like, to stop talking to them, to just sit there and tell them, like, honestly, I don't even think I really told them, but it was also part of how they responded on the way back. I didn't actually even really tell them. I just stopped the communication. I was just like, look, and honestly, it's like, I know my energy is not right around you. I really didn't give much more explanation behind that. To be honest, I didn't fully know what was going on. I still in some ways don't. Part of me about that, and she's getting ready to pull a card for you right now on a Starseed deck, all right? Part of me for that, and this is the Starseed deck she's pulling from, part of me didn't understand fully what was going on and why was this person over the last like 3 weeks to a month and a half from now. I didn't know why they got out of my life. I really, really couldn't figure it out because I was thinking about, it's like, man, you know, I like to believe truly like this person had good energy, that this person was supporting me and everything, yada, yada, yada. But when I also at the same time on the parallel, I realized I've had a tremendous amount of free events that this person seems to align and resonate with. Never once. I sent a lot of personal invites out to a few people, but yet and still only the strangers are coming, not the people I'm sending the invites to. I realized there are certain people that I like, that I knew would enjoy that I knew would benefit. And they weren't really ever joining any of these events, whether they were free or paid. Now, so I took out the monetary reasons and causes of it. And then I started just thinking and looking at them like, you know what, in all sincerity, this is costing me more energy. Like I keep reaching out to these people. I keep sending them support. I keep sending them random happy messages just because I like them and I care for their well-being. But when it came back down to it, hey, we got español, mi arreglo tanto de estar aquí con la familia espiritual.
Hola.
Eso, that was good Spanish.
Sí, me emocionó.
Yeah, she said she's excited.
¿Español?
Yo.
I understand.
¿Qué pasó? And here goes my ghetto Spanish. I got the most ghetto Spanish ever. If anything's ever been revealed to me how ghetto my Spanish was, it was going to be and stay with a Mexican family. I realized very quickly, it's like, oh yeah, I knew before my Spanish wasn't proper, but I really recognized it. I was like, I don't even want to speak Spanish no more because I know I speak like a gangster. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's the truth. It's the truth. I learned Spanish primarily in Colombia. It's the truth. Now, that's a funny moment, but it can really go into, again, social groups. 11th house, Aquarius, is social groups. And the reason why I give you that background story is to help you better understand that there were people that supported you to a point. And Saturn in Aquarius is forcing you to check these boundaries, all right? To check your disciplines and your time. Saturn is time. How are you spending your time with X, Y, and Z social groups, social circles? Who is supporting your dreams now that was not, you are a real cholo, brother. Yo, bro, shit. Who is your?
Oh my God, that's so.
Chocolate.
No, cholo, sorry.
Listen, who is supporting your dreams now that maybe weren't supporting them before? But also, who's not supporting your dreams now that maybe was supporting your dreams before? This is one of the grand themes around this full moon Aquarius. You're going to realize a flip-flop of friendships, a flip-flop of what groups you're involved with. Maybe before you would have never joined an intuition mentorship with Eileen and myself. Let's give that as an example. This is a group setting. We're literally training you how to use astrology and magic in conjunction. Maybe before that wasn't part of your group, and maybe it is now. Or opposite, maybe this used to be a part of your tribe. You used to join groups like this where you're like, yo, you know what? I'm down for intuition mentorship. And now you realize, I'm not a part of this. This used to serve me. I used to need a group just like this, but now I don't. Now it's holding me back because now I need to go off and fly on my own. So it's like you have to just check and realize for yourself, the scenario is going to change, but it's a very serious time because Saturn presents seriousness. Aquarius is traditionally involved as Saturn being the ruler. So it is very serious. It's very organized. It's very orientated in having a strategy on how will it build the communities, how will it build the structures, how will it build, okay, within the friendships that are unique to it. And so this is why it's kind of a thing where instead of me saying no new friends, this isn't necessarily about no new friends, because actually this is exactly about inviting new friendships, inviting new circles. But you can't do that until you recognize what friendships no longer serve you. There are people who don't resonate with your more unique version that you updated to today. Now, here's why. I'm gonna let her pull a card first, and I'm gonna show you why.
Yeah, but this is also this is the message that I have first for you. It's called the Courageous Peony, and it's very beautiful because it talks about that a flower doesn't really choose when to bloom depending on the person that's passing by. It's always blooming, or it's always doing like its own thing. So this is actually resonating a lot with me with this Leo season and with the new groups or communities that you can join, because you're understanding yourself first. So this is again one of the messages from the video that I did last night about the Scorpio. Like, you really need to understand your emotions. You really need to understand yourself first and let yourself shine and let yourself bloom, literally like a flower, because this is going to help you attract people that are like that. So it's actually people that you want to have around. So this comes into the new friends things. You really want to be surrounded by people that understand you and support you. So this is what the Courageous Peony is about. And I also have another card that has a lot more to do with the Aquarius Full Moon. It's called Earth School. And this is about understanding that you chose to be here on Earth. So you need to learn and grow stuff from here. If you're going through a difficult time, this is the moment to remember that there's a reason that you chose to do all of these things, to go through whatever situation you're going right now. And it's also encouraging you to study and to do a higher learning. So not only like human earth stuff, but you're also being encouraged to do a little bit more of research about the mystical. So something like this abundant reality course, it's something that would actually benefit you because it's a higher learning of how to navigate the earth while not being human, while being a unicorn, a dragon, or whatever it is that you are, an alien. So these two messages come across really connected to each other, being yourself and understanding how to deal with earth stuff with the higher knowledge that is in the cosmos, in the stars.
So the fact that she said that, we got this in reverse. It's the devil. We got the devil in reverse. All right. So I found this is very important in the moment. We got the devil in reverse. So go ahead and take, based off of what she just said, take for yourself, what is the devil in reverse? Somebody share that in the chat. Just go ahead and take a moment to not only practice your personal interpretation and do it boldly, especially for two of the people that are in this group right now are actually in the abundant reality. So shout out to you. All right. One of our contestant winners, one of the women who's also at the retreat. Shout out to you. Thank you. You should not permit a sorceress to live. Exodus. Tarot Destroyer. What's up, yo? I don't know what that felt powerful. It was like, what she say? You shall not permit a sorceress to live. Dang.
And then there is from her hand shall limit tell her fortunes.
J Lo, what's up? Releasing attachments. So
yeah, right on point.
This is the thank you souls and those souls of the wind tarot. All right, no longer attached to the karmic energies, because we got in my angel deck. The devil is Samael, right? The Samael or the morning star, right? Lucifer, if you want, and it talks about teaching the occult magic, okay, and the wisdom from everything esoteric. That's one of the things, one of the meanings in my angel deck, which is right.
Yeah, but understand that to do that learning and to do that teaching, you have to give away all of the early things. So if you're holding on to a material thing, I don't know why, but I have a message that's coming through. So maybe this is for someone in the chat, that if you're holding to a friendship or to a partnership of some kind just because you think that it's gonna give you something in return, something material, like if I stay with this person, she's likely or he's likely, no, she's likely going to give me something in return, like a job or money in some kind of sort, then this is the exact kind of things that you have to cut. Especially because when we hit this first quarter moon in Scorpio, Scorpio is not shallow, it likes to go deep. So everything that is shallow is going to be cut either way. So it's up to you how painful that's going to be. If you just decide to release it right now, it's going to be best for you.
Wow, we have another 12th house Taurus in here. J-Lo, I don't remember you had a 12th house in here. I didn't remember that you had that. Now, I'm going to get to that, J-Lo. First off, this is the Aquarius Full Moon message, so I don't want to get tremendously far off from that. But what I would like to say is that any 12th house placement that you have, that's generally the place that you're going to be forced to surrender to other people in their Taurus placements. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example. If you have a 12th house Taurus, right? I have, for example, a 7th house in Taurus. My descendant is Taurus, right? I will have to, that 12th house person would have to surrender to either a romantic relationship with me, balancing out friendships or relationships that I have with others, or potentially that person might support me from a business standpoint, right? And they might seem to just be giving in a way that's very selfless, very unconditional. 12th house is unconditional, all right? So you have a karma there. 12th house is karma. You have a karma in 12th house where you're asked to actually give, but without looking for something in return. If you give and you look for something in return, essentially any house, not just Taurus, any house, that's the house where you're going to increase your karma that you owe. All right. So I wanted to really light this up again.
Yeah.
Eileen, you want to pick that devil card up? The devil card is what we pulled after Eileen's tarot. And the devil is Capricorn, right? So you'll notice you see the goat there. You see the Capricorn goat. Show it to them upright. It is in reverse. It is in reverse. But you see the devil, you see the horns, you see Capricorn the goat. You see that motherfucker. Okay, excuse my French. I've been doing, yo, tell me, y'all been watching me live. I've been doing good not cursing on my lives.
Yeah, but this means that you have to pay more attention to something, to what you're doing.
It does, because it burnt me right here. So I'm going to figure that out. This is Cancer, this is Leo. All right, so I got burnt on my Leo thumb, which is interesting because Venus is in Leo while the moon is in Aquarius. So it will be opposition to Saturn, and it will also be opposition to the moon. What does that mean? Venus in Leo will be here by August 11th. It's the same thing. Leo will go back into Venus, right? So you have the most patient Aries mouth I've ever heard. Thank you, Michael. I like to think so too. And I have Mercury in Aries. And this is just a prime example about what it means to have planets in later degrees, right? My Mercury, thank you. My Mercury is at 24 degrees. So 24 is a degree of Pisces. I'm also forced to surrender to a more unconventional style and form of communication as an Aries, right? My moon is still Aries at 28 degrees. So my emotions are also kind of under control, if you will. Or at least I'm going to be in this lifetime one more to master emotions, the emotions of an Aries. And so more classically, yeah, Aries has no chill button. But this just goes to show astrology, if you learn how to interpret the language appropriately, you can stop listening to when somebody tells you, oh, Aries are these violent yada, yada, yadas. And all sincerity, it's not completely wrong. Because I am really ready to fuck somebody up at every moment of my life. You can ask her. I almost bopped my TV on the first night when we were in here. You remember that? Yo, the TV touched my shoulder. I hit it with an under. I blocked my face and I hit it with an upper, and it was just a TV. But the beauty behind it was I didn't hit the TV. I stopped this short. And this is kind of like the control of emotions. So it's just an example about having later degrees in your planets.
Yeah, like there's nothing else in the room. Like,
there's nothing there, right?
It was obvious it was a TV, but the reaction immediately was like, oh!
But the thing is, though, this is the first night in the apartment, right? This is the first night in the apartment. So don't you feel safer that if anybody did try something, they would have got their ass knocked out? I promise you they would have ended. I would have ended their life. That's how I was coming at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I confirm.
Thank you. So it's nice to have, like, we first date in the country. We just flew in from Florida to Mexico, right? We're in a brand new city neither of us have been in. And the first night, the TV is scaring me, and I almost knocked that thing out. All right. But look, why this is important is these signs right here. You see at the top left, because there's a lot of information on these cards in the Kabbalah system. The top left, you see Uranus, but this symbol here is also Saturn. So this is telling you that you can expect the shock and even the revelations to rise, and no longer really seeing Saturn as just a disciplinarian, but also understanding that they give you rewards. All right. Aquarius is traditionally owned and ruled by Saturn. So what this is saying to me right now on this full moon, by you going through releasing the attachments, all right, by you going through anybody that does not support the more occult and cosmic intelligence that you have to give to the world, by you going ahead and taking on this karmic sacrifice, because Saturn is karmic, by you taking this karmic sacrifice, you're just going to begin to win. You're going to now only respect, I don't want to say respect, but you're going to mostly only align to friendships that are supporting your more unique behaviors, your more unique attitude, and your more unique contribution to humanity. Because Aquarius is the humanitarian. So it's like this Saturn is in Aquarius right now. Uranus is Aquarius's modern ruler. So you have Aquarius in both these energies while the devil's in reverse. So if I look at this, you do see that somebody was chained, okay, down here at the bottom. At this bottom, this finger here, this little gremlin creature was chained. But you also see Capricorn symbol here. You see the Star of David with two wings on the outside. In all sincerity, everything that I'm getting from this with the bat up at the top, All right. The bat being one of the symbolisms in my animal oracle deck that asks you to rise with this, to more so put yourself in isolation and kind of step out of darkness. All right. When I get the bat is telling you to step out of darkness. It's telling you to actually transform your karma. Saturn, Aquarius, Capricorn. Pluto is in Capricorn. Know that. Saturn in this full moon in Aquarius is squaring Taurus energy. That's Taurus and Uranus, the symbol right here. That is Taurus and the North Node, okay? It's squaring. This is 19 degrees, this particular moon in Aquarius. Taurus is at 18 degrees. This is a 1 degree separation. This conjunction is tremendously tight. It was at 1818 on August 1st, just a couple of days ago. All right. So what am I saying? Right now we're having Virgo enter Mars tomorrow. And what's critical about that, and you're going to get more insight on that, so I'm not going to spend it time now, because Jasmine and I, who's in the chat right now, Jasmine, say hello. Her and I will talk about Mercury entering Virgo. This has an important element because Virgo will start to make sextiles and trines to Capricorn energy. These are harmonious aspects to Capricorn and Taurus energies. Our mind will start to catch up with the chaos. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, I got one of my moderators. I see it because of the little tool. What's up, Secret? Good to see you. I just wrote your name down today in my agenda, Secret. So that's super crazy because I haven't seen you on live in a little while. Jasmine, shout out to you. So Virgo, Mercury in Virgo. Virgo is the feminine energy. Can you pull a card for, particularly for how will Virgo, not Virgo, how Venus and Leo will be trine Jupiter and Aries. And I'm going to finish this message about the earth signs. But what I'm asking you mostly is about pull a card energetically for Venus in Leo, which will go August 11th, trining the Jupiter retrograde in Aries, which will also trine this Aquarius energy. So the wind and the fire go well together. Can you pull a card energetically for that? And while she does that, I'm going to more so finish the message on how Virgo entering Mercury. Mercury is exalted in Virgo. So Virgo is very prestigious and ridiculously sharp in the mind. When it's the highest exaltation. Mercury is like, yo, when Virgo comes through, everything chaotic in your life will basically receive organization. It will become more organized. We have a tremendous amount of chaos, especially with what? Everything Leo. The sun is in Leo, Mercury is in Leo, 29 degrees today. That's karmic, anaretic, 29 degrees in Leo, Mercury today, before it goes tomorrow into Virgo. So what is it saying? We have so much creative energy in wounds that have been healed from Jupiter and Aries, as well as Chiron and Aries. Now Jupiter's going retrograde. So the healing we've undergone from a literal personality level and identity level, it's trining this Aquarius full moon energy. It's trining soon to be Venus in Leo, as well as all month Mercury in Leo, the sun in Leo. Wind and fire get along well. So what's going to be miraculous during this full moon in Aquarius is Virgo will be in Mercury. It's exaltation. So what I'm saying is just shoot bigger and bigger and bigger. By hitting the thumbs up, I thank you for that. Just shoot bigger, bigger, bigger. And realize that you have cleanup energy following behind. Because first, Mercury, our minds will catch up with what the chaos is. And we'll start organizing in a very unconventional manner. It's going to be a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here. How freaking charged were we today?
Yeah, a lot. A lot.
She's a woman of many words. She's a woman of many words, ladies and gentlemen. Keep your panties on, okay? Because if you just drop that liquid right now, we're all going to get hit by the tsunami, okay? Because she's a woman of many words, okay? All right? Okay. I'm gonna give it to her.
Thank you, because actually the message is to calm the F down a little bit. Yeah, so this Leo energy, although it works well with Virgo, I did get the message today from Pernell that Virgo is about outer perfectionism. And I do understand a lot of that because to me, nothing is perfect, even when it is. And it's because of my Virgo placements. Like I recognize them now. But you have to do that in a way where you are not killing yourself, literally. The card that came out is called Water Your Garden. And it's about nourishing your body and understanding that even if you want to do a lot of things, if you are doing them exhausted, they're not gonna be all right. So this is gonna play even worse into all this auto-criticism that's going on because they're not gonna be perfect. They're not gonna be even near perfect if you're exhausted and you don't know what you're doing. So I do ask of you to, of course, to work because this is a season to be working and to be creative and to be doing all of your projects, but also to understand that everything in life is about balance. So you have to work, but you also have to restore, to recharge yourself. Give yourself a whole day where you're not checking your phone, when you're just resting, doing something intentional for your body, like actually washing your hair and taking care of it, putting like oils on your body, having like a little spa day. So you are not like overwhelmed with all of the things that are going to happen surrounding you. I don't know if you want to talk a little bit more about the actual transit to understand a little bit better of this message.
Oh, my bad. I was over here getting warnings in the chat. J-Lo, I'm gonna leave it private. I see you, girl. I thank you for it. I have no idea what the hell you were talking about. No, literally, I have no idea what she just said, but maybe it's gonna line up. I wasn't listening because I was checking the threats, right? I'm an Aries.
Yeah, it's gonna line up.
I'm an Aries, and like we do threats, right? We get early warnings, if you will. This is a prime example, right? So I just got a private message more so on my WhatsApp online.
I'm sorry.
Hit it.
I'm gonna take advantage of this little pause brain part. I see that you had a dream about a tsunami 2 nights ago, and it's literally being overwhelmed by your emotions. Understand that you do have to go deeper, but understanding that not everything that you're feeling is necessarily real. So this is a season to understand it by yourself, maybe do some meditation to get what is going on. And one thing that helps a lot is to give an exact name to what you're feeling. So whatever it is that it's making you feel overwhelmed, because that's a tsunami, it's a lot of water, it's a lot of emotion. Give an exact name to it. I have something that's called, well, I don't have it, it's out there. If you look at it online, you're gonna find it, something called the Wheel of Emotions. And you're gonna see there's a main circle in the inside that is sad, anger, I don't know, happy, and then it goes into something more exact, and then into something more exact. So you can look at the Wheel of Emotions, and that's gonna help you a lot to understand what's going on, to meditate about it, and to heal whatever needs to be healed. Yeah, that's what's happening with the tsunami dream. Oh, cool, so you have it on your wall, so you know what I'm talking about, you can give it. Yeah. So give it an exact name, and it's gonna help you a lot to understand what's going on with your inner world.
Eileen is looking like, hey, watch what you're doing, sir. Ooh, my ascendant. I love reading the comments in the chat, yo. Y'all super dope. Forgive me, I'm such a distraction. I know that
He's paying no attention to what I'm saying, but that makes me feel a little bit safe that I'm talking confidently. I don't need my training wheels anymore. If he's confident that I'm saying something right, it's probably right.
I see the Tarot Destroyer, which is actually really interesting because it's obviously in the name, right? And they italicized the fact that they're here to destroy, right? And so the way I look at it is let it rock. Honestly, if you want to sit there and watch my videos and pay me, this is one of those moments where you see Compton. Y'all ever seen the movie Compton? I don't think she saw it yet. She should watch it. I'm gonna make you watch Compton. But Eazy-E, right? We know Ice Cube. We know Snoop Dogg historically, right? De veras ustedes don son. Hey, thank you. I appreciate
Michael.
you.
Yeah.
Muchísimo gracias. Yeah, when I look at it, it's this is a part of the full moon in Aquarius. You're starting to actually understand that through these squares to the Taurus energy, through these squares to the Capricorn energy, you're starting to recognize fully that everybody's not going to rock with you. It's literally in the name, and I'm not picking on you. I have no idea what you're really about, right? For the Tarot Destroyer, your Walmart tarot cards are paying off. It feels like sarcasm, and that's cool. I heard a couple of things earlier, even if I'm looking at it now. You know, you shall not permit a sorceress to live. In all sincerity, is like, I meet sorceress for a living. Like, I met an ice sorceress, like, that I was talking to her about a couple of times recently. I know many different sorcerers, all through many of my different lifetimes, right? I see something like, I will cut off all sorcerers from your hand, and you shall have no more tellers of fortune. And then throwing Bible verses out. So this is the thing, like, I got no hate or even disrespect for you, right? I don't even know if you have malintentions or not. And honestly, I didn't even think or take it like that. But what I do know is Leo energy, Leo season. I put a video out about it. I said, watch out for the smoke. You see it? That's one of my favorite things to do. You know what I'm saying? Draw a line in the sand. It's like cross that line and I cut your head off. In all sincerity, it's like you will, especially as you align more with your starseed DNA, the cards that she's showing, more with your starseed family, you will ultimately invite more smoke. You're going to invite more people who will go against you, who will go against your reign, your power. They won't enjoy the message that you're putting out. They will do their best to sit there and ridicule and bring you and pull you down. But it's important to recognize, see, look at that, bang, that the community is going to support you, right? I didn't even delete that message, but there's moderators already in the chat. And one of the moderators did their own to delete that particular message. You understand what I'm saying? This is Saturn in Aquarius. You no longer need to waste your energy off with their heads. I just saw that. We just saw that, right? We just saw that. Oh, with their head. That's not the one. I just brought a notebook. Look how excited she is.
Wow, yes. Because
damn girl, you stopping everything.
Because he doesn't even know what this is about. I had to explain that they have these Disney things. And he only bought it because of the phrase, up with their heads.
All right, look at this. Ready?
Yes.
All right, we're going to just...
Yeah, but it is really funny because we were looking for new notebooks and I got like mine because I got really excited. I love Ursula. And there were like other millions notebooks. And it was like, I do need a notebook. I don't know any of this, but I love the phrase. So it's funny that you put it there too.
Yeah, so I just went ahead. Thank you. I got the warning in my WhatsApp first from J-Law, so shout out to you. Secret, I know you're in here as one of the moderators. You just got rid of them. You deleted all their comments, so shout out to you. I did just hit the report, right? Because they became very aggressive. And so it's like, look, they want to throw a couple 1-2s in here. I'll give you the Compton story where it's like, look, you know, they were a famous band, a famous group, right? And, you know, don't call it a comeback. They were throwing that stuff out in the 80s and whatnot, right? And a reporter was like, yo, aren't you mad that they're burning your CDs? And they're on a tour bus watching their materials and their CDs get burned by riots of people in the middle of their tour bus. And the dude Eazy-E was like, for what? They brought the CD. He's like, why? He's like, why should I? For me, it's almost like I didn't press the report or the block until it got to the point where it's like, okay, look, that person put a copy paste message 5 times in a row. Now it's like, look, okay, whatever. It's not worth it. But when they threw the 1 and the 2s, this is literally set the Aquarius Full Moon. One, you're starting to recognize that you got people supporting you. So shout out to you who already deleted the message. Shout out to you who already sat there and sent me a private WhatsApp telling me to block that person. Yeah, gave me the early heads up warning. You probably already saw them before. Now that's Aquarius, the groups and the settings, supporting your hopes and your dreams. You're going to recognize who's no longer supporting your hopes and your dreams. Literally on this message, I want to thank that person, right? Bye, Felicia. Thank you for not allowing me. I had to really learn this. This is actually, I'm getting ridiculously passionate in a moment because I had to learn this because I used to really enjoy as an Aries taking their heads off. In all sincerity, Aries is the head. And I used to take pleasure in massacring people. Honestly. In the esoteric world and the physical world, I used to take joy in this. I would never initiate, but I used to take joy in it. And this is the simplicity. But this is the magic of Aquarius. You now have friend circles, groups. You're recognizing who was blocking you, and somebody else in your group will cut them off. You're also recognizing who is new that's supporting you. Or even if they weren't new, but maybe they're more publicly supporting you now. And you're starting to really need to put the energy and the attention. Jasmine is a prime example in the chat. She hit me up today. She said, yo, I hit her up like 2-3 months ago about coming live on the channel. I gave the green light. Today she hit me in the inbox. And she said, yo, I'm ready to come hit that live. What should we talk about? And I gave her the green light. I said, what the hell are you passionate about? I'll find the transit and we're going to talk about it around the transit. She gave me the insight and I said, tomorrow. She's like, what about that? Tomorrow. So my point is, she stands out. Why? She's actively supporting. She's consistently on the channel. Another WhatsApp just came through on my phone. Another black woman. Shout out to you, Jalicia, if you're on this live. I don't think you are because she don't even be watching YouTube at all. But she came and she did an inner child video with me on YouTube. Part of my community. Part of support, right? Where even the woman messaging me right now, she sent me one of my one-on-ones, literally, who is responsible for me allowing me to do more charitable things. So even though she's not supporting me through watching via YouTube, this is the full moon in Aquarius. I want you to really use these examples as real life, right? She's not actively watching and supporting me through views or sponsorships or anything like that via YouTube, right? Yet she found me via YouTube. And she literally presented and like streamlined a one-on-one client to me who is part of why I'm able to be more charitable in different areas of my life. Whether I run Eventbrites, whether even the Abundant Reality, which we're doing right now. The only reason why I'm able to do this with the early bird prices and at such a low point, a low entry point, is because of support in different areas. Where now I'm able to be more charitable to run a group environment to say, look, this is literally $497. If I was not set in different areas of my life, I would literally be disrespecting myself. You understand what I'm saying? But instead, this is how we're starting to really having to feed these connections that are supporting 11th house hopes and dreams. There's no way in the world that motherfucker just came back. How did they do that? All right. We're going to find out. He's charitable with your money. All right. Put the user in timeout. God damn. Leave me alone. How do I block them all the way? I'm going to have to talk to YouTube. Give me a block button. All right. Report. Harassment. Bullying. This is harassing someone else. All right. I think that I got them out all the way. What's up, Lulu? How you doing? But I wanted to give some prime examples about how the full moon Aquarius. Full moons close things out, right? So there's a closing in people that used to support your dreams and aspirations. Now here's the magic. I want to get on a different topic of it. But before I do you have anything yourself that you want to contribute so far?
I just want to let you know that I feel like this has been mentioned in the channel before. I'm not really sure all the way.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, they weren't showing. Like.
Off with your heads.
Yeah, so what I was going to say is that it's been mentioned that there's 3 people that is going to be messing with you, and there's 49 that are going to support you. And that's exactly what you need to be watching right now. Focus on the positive, focus on the community that's here, that's been warning, that helps with the moderating, that is actually helping you and supporting you in all of these ways. This comes also to the full moon in Aquarius again, because you are getting rid of whatever it is that you don't need anymore, in this case like persons, and you're actually surrounding yourself by people that are going to support you. So just that, remember to stay positive, focus on that, focus on everything that is giving you all the places, on all the pushes that you need to go and be yourself, to shine brighter and to actually do what's your passion work.
Boom, boom, boom. Listen, from here, I want to talk a little bit about how will Venus and Leo support you. In order to do that, first, I feel like I need to get my fan going. Are you hot or is it just me?
I think this is true. You got really heated up by that.
That's the Takiki, okay? The Takiki's in my system. Y'all keep that private, but do you know what I'm talking about when I say Takiki?
The pink quartz is the one that rolled out exactly into
Is that mine or yours?
It's mine. Yeah, the pink quartz rolled exactly into the same place where the dice went.
And you had the pink agate that was somebody gave her a pink agate today too.
Yeah,
how much
super
money
random.
did you pull in tonight? Is that another Joker puller? How much money did you pull in tonight? I don't know. How much money did you send to my PayPal? Let me just send you my PayPal right now. Go ahead and transfer some cash if you want. Why is everybody talking about money? Yo, I swear to God, this isn't even just online, yo. This has been people doing the same thing who have been friends back from, yo, I'm about to ban this mother lover too. Even back, friends that I used to spend more energy on like 8-9 years ago, right? And all right, these jokers is wilding, but at the same time, in all sincerity, there's a certain happiness because when it really comes down to it, thank you, I'm reporting them to. Apparently, I got to go to their channel to do the nonsense. All right, I put them in timeout for now. I'll find both of them and get their channel striked for myself. All right. The magic of this is, and this is a prime example, as you explode, as you work with Venus and Leo, which is coming August 11th, which will be trine Jupiter and Aries. This is Jupiter's explosion. It is quantum leaps in your personality and your DNA, right? Venus and Leo is you valuing what is your unique way to show up as your creative self, but while interacting with others, right? This is exactly what Jasmine just said. You're elevating. All of us in the chat, all of us energetically aligned with this particular message. We're elevating. We're expanding at such an uncomfortable rate. You understand what I'm saying? That others have no choice but to hate. You're expanding at such an uncomfortable rate that others have no choice but to hate. It's just that simple. And I used to never want to believe in the more negative sides of life. If I'm being real, if I'm being honest, I used to be more on the positive toxicity scale of things, where I used to want to look at human existence and people and suffering always in the most optimistic light. But then the life had to come and it had to really show my ass that in all sincerity, there are dark forces out there. There are people who do not want you to win. There are people who will, with all their strength, look to pull you down. And I had to start respecting that in order to not be affected by that, but not to also give energy and attention to that. You understand what I'm saying? So check that when it comes to this Aquarius full moon message. Saturn in the mix, conjunct, all right? Saturn is currently at what degree? 24? 22. It's at 22 degrees right now. So 22 and 19, that's a 3-degree placement. So this is telling me with that 3-degree difference that you must speak, third house, 3rd degree. You must speak and communicate with discipline on social media platforms.
And harmony. Yeah, because that's what the pink quartz was about. Because if you start fighting fire with fire, it's gonna get into a situation that you're not gonna be able to control. And honestly, like, this is a higher way of doing things. Like, why would you get into whatever is the game of the other person? So just remember to be harmonious in whatever way you're acting, responding, or talking about these situations, because that's gonna help you the most. And I think Jamie said it somewhere in the chat that she set someone free, that she said goodbye to someone with compassion, and that's exactly what we are being called to understand that not everyone is in this level, that not everyone has this higher spirituality, that not everyone is understanding how to navigate themselves within this human world. So yeah, that's in them and their karma. You just go through it.
Thank you. Can you stall and talk about what you need to for one moment?
Well, I'm gonna.
See, I'm gonna tell you like this, right? So, can I give him your ascendant sign? Can I give you your ascendant sign?
Uh-huh.
She's a Gemini rising, right? So it's like, when I say that, I don't say that just from the star purposes, right? I say that from understanding that she's also in her own moment, aligning with that unique tribe, just like every single one of us, right? So I want to go back, and I know I said this earlier, and I want to have you actually type what house is Aquarius for you as we give you our prime examples. I know I said that we were going to do it a little earlier. I definitely lost all those Aquariuses. I'm going to take the first one, and I'm going to help you better interpret this, because in all sincerity, it's actually about the people, right? Support the people supporting you. So drop your Aquarius house and what sign that sits in, and we're going to give you some examples about what's happening with her, what's happening with myself. Meanwhile, I talked about Jalicia. If you want to do inner child healing and shadow work, Jalicia and I talked about this from an astrological standpoint. This is one of my most fire talks ever, but there was no people yet really on the channel, right? You know what I'm saying? One of the most fire talks, but it wasn't at the point where everybody that is here now, none of you that are here commenting now, is an entire brand new friend circle, all right, from the video that I just dropped in the chat. Jalicia, if you're in here, shout out to you. We're going to do another live soon. Give me what you got.
Yeah, so what I got, it's really, again, about the support. The card is called Star Family, and it's about calling support when you need it. So understand that these moments are going to happen, and right now is exactly when you are needing to speak up and to actually tell your friends, like, hey, I need help. Because they're probably also in the same situation, depending on their Aquarius placements. It might be a little bit different, but we're all going through this together in a way. I actually have friends that I haven't been talking as much as I used to do, and we're setting up meetings for this week. We both felt called, like, hey, I want to meet with you, and she was like, I was just thinking about it. And I have another friend also telling me, like, hey girl, we need to talk. It's been a long time. So this is intuitive, right? Because they are not reading these astrology things, these astrology transits. So intuitively, they're doing that. And this is something that you're being called to do too. Whatever your friend is doing. And there might be this little kind of scared thing, because maybe you haven't talked to that friend in a while and you feel like, I don't know if she's gonna say back to me too, but understand that they have their own things too. And if it's a friend that you feel that it's worth keeping, just shout out to them. I promise you that if she's meant to be with you, she's gonna answer more than happily, or he is gonna answer more than happily to support you and to do whatever it is to maintain the relationship. So do that. You're being called to summon your friends.
Do you have a ritual? You have a friend summoning ritual, like more in alignment? Is there something that you know, or a book that you can look at? Do you have your witch book, something about that?
I do have a lot of witch books about that. But
while I give them the rest of the message,
okay.
Can you pull that out?
Yeah.
All right, listen. Sorry, I wrote that wrong. I'm going to start breaking down some of these Aquarius placements, because I believe truly that it'll be very beneficial from a learning purpose about this Aquarius full moon for all of us, even people that watch it in replay. And meanwhile, while I do that, I want to say thank you. Drop the house of Aquarius, the degree of Aquarius, and the planet of Aquarius. Drop all of that, because I'm going to better be able to help you interpret and understand that. And with that said, she's going to find a witchy ritual that will help you to actually call in the right friends. So give her time, because I mean, we're talking brujeria, right? We're not just reading the first random thing we see on the planet. Like, if we're gonna give you a spell, we gotta give you the right one. All right, so first I see right now is the Ascendant in Aquarius at 9 degrees. All right, so my Aquarius Ascendant, you got a goats. My dad is an Aquarius Ascendant, yet he has his own things going on about how spirituality, if you will, does not. All right, So I did figure out, my bad, I did figure out how to block those people. I blocked both of them. Thank y'all for their help and support in the meanwhile. I appreciate you. All right. So, oh crap, it's in Lilith at the same time. Dang. Okay, so the Aquarius full moon affecting the Aquarius rising, as well as you being in your Lilith. So, Lulu, for me, what this looks like for you, Lilith, the first thing that comes to mind is there's a repression around all themes Aquarian. And hit the thumbs up, hit the likes button. Thank you for anybody brand new. Hit that button for me. Thumbs up. All right. Lilith is always things that are instinctually your best gifts. Instinctually your most primitive abilities. Instinctually. From a primitive level, right? I see ninth house over there, by the way. I see you. All right. So when you put Aquarius, there's your primitive instinct, your primitive abilities. Aquarius is astrology. Aquarius is cosmic knowledge. It is the knowing of the things that a human consciousness cannot know, cannot comprehend, even if you told them. So you yourself, your rising sign, you yourself, one of your natural offensive abilities is your knowledge, but your cosmic knowledge. Yet while it's in Lilith, you will have somewhere had been repressed. You can come in there. She over here trying to freaking Jedi Force magic stuff. Because this is our altar behind. So shout out to the altar. Really vibing with what's going on. Yeah. We got more coming in at the bottom. Loving it. All right, this is one of my personal manifestations. I think her as well, but getting an altar. All right, so when you put Aquarius in the rising, it's like our rising sign is just not the image that people see of us. It is our offensive and our defensive abilities. And I think this really goes under. So the defensive abilities of Aquarius, part of it is the fact that it knows. So I know. So you don't need to go ahead and fight and go against things that you know. You understand what I'm saying? That's part of the defense. The defense is you don't need to cross your own boundary. You get to watch people look stupid. Because people look stupid all the time. But you're not going to be one that have to go ahead and go battle with them. That could get defensive. As the offensive, this full moon is closing out the things that now you are fully aware that astrology or that languages, which doesn't have to be astrology. Astrology is a language. That all languages are a natural instinct for you, whether it's Spanish or German or English. Aquariuses are naturally inclined to involve themselves with all the people, the different types of people in humanity. And so you as a rising sign, you're continuously rising to everything that I just said. So it's different than you already having a planet there. You're rising to everything I just said. So this full moon will literally, Lulu, have you come to the conclusion about the fact that there are people who don't support yourself, your first house. They don't support the self that you are. People that used to support you are now dragging you. And people that did not support you before, because you also were not energetically aligned yourself with where they were cosmically in their intelligence. Now they're supporting you. But they won't know, and you won't know that they're supporting you until you just abide and respect that everything disciplined about your cosmic intelligence, about your ability to communicate with alternative life forms, or even astro project into different worlds and different realms. Now you're coming to a full completion of this is a part of who you are. This is a part of yourself. Thank you for those thumbs up. I appreciate you. Let's check. Mercury in Aquarius at 22 degrees. Aqua retro. All right. Michael, give me a house. Dímelo tu casa. Dímelo. Until you do, I'm going to go to the next one. Or are you ready for yours?
The spell?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, it's ready.
All right. So we're going to give you, Mike, I'm going to put you next first. J-Lo, I see you as well. All right. I'm really tapping into my higher self. Thank you. Absolutely, Lulu. You know, you had to show up. Look at the irony of you're the only one so far that got like what it might personally mean to you, but you showed up. I'm gonna come right back to everybody else, but first I'm gonna give her. It's a strengthening friendship spell. All right, go ahead.
It's actually a really cute spell. And the thing is that it must be with the clearance from your friend. Like, you cannot just decide to do this on someone because that's not going to work. That is not something that you want. You need to respect the free will of everyone else. So this actually could be a nice thing to do together. I feel like it would be a cute spell for that. So we have so many notebooks here that I forgot what I was doing. But here, the first thing that you're gonna do is, of course, clean your space. Make sure that everything sits correctly so you feel calm and safe to do it. And you're gonna write your name, well, not your name, your initial and the initial of your friend. In this case, for example, I hope you can see it. I wrote an A for Eileen in blue and a J for Jessica in orange. And notice how they are kind of together, like they join the forces. And this is to make like a visual representation of the bond that you both have as friends. So you're gonna have this paper, you're gonna roll it or fold it towards you because this is something that you actually want to strengthen. So you're gonna towards you and then again towards you. Then you're gonna put this in a jar, a tiny jar that you can use for the spells only. And as you fold it and you put it inside of the jar, you're gonna say, with this symbol, I design stronger bonds to pursue. Then you're going to grab a lavender, if you have lavender oil, or if you have a lavender actually bud, the actual flower, whichever is gonna be okay. You're gonna either put the oil inside or the lavender bud, and this is to create an harmonious relationship. So then you're gonna say, and mind you, this is like the example of what you can say, but also you can do whatever feels and resonates with you, whatever feels good from the heart.
You mind if I do this? Because you're giving them a spell, right?
Yeah.
You're giving them this in very quickly.
Oh yeah, I'll write it out.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm about to say, cause it's a spell that you probably have not practiced, but she's just like, I'm so excited. And I'm like,
no, but you know what? I promise that I will upload this. I will upload this in my channel, and I'm also gonna make a PDF so you can have it.
all right,
Okay.
I'm gonna drop her YouTube in the meanwhile. So go check and subscribe to her YouTube. Give me a moment. Let me find her link. Go check her YouTube. I'm gonna pressure her to have this be the next video that she does and that she puts up and out. Juju the Guru! I put Juju the Guru's link of the video her and I did on the inner child work, and I told her we're coming live again on the updated version because that was like 6-7 months ago. So Juju, I see you, thank you. But for now, Eileen, I'm going to put her YouTube channel out. Check her channel, hit the subscribe button so that you see it. Her next video, I'm going to apply the pressure.
I promise. Yeah, I'm gonna make.
You heard her?
I'm gonna make the PDF and I'm gonna do the video. I promise. I love doing PDFs, so you can trust that.
She's gonna make a PDF and a YouTube video explaining this friendship spell. Aquarius is friendships, cosmic friendships, only unique friends. If you're not unique, you do not make the club. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? You ever been denied by a bouncer? I haven't. Yeah, I haven't. I don't know what that's like. You been denied by a bouncer before?
Of course not. I'm a pretty girl.
That's what I'm saying. I'm too pretty for that. You gonna tell me no? You gonna tell me I'm going to the front? Yo, we go to the front of the lines all the time. We're in the airport at TSA. We're like everywhere we go. I'm like, she's like, what are you doing? Front of the line. I'm going to the front of the line. What do you mean? What the hell we look like waiting? Do I look like somebody that's gonna wait? Okay? Listen, this is something that her next video will be a friendship strengthening spell. I really didn't want to interrupt, but I wanted to just let you know, and I'm glad we did that so she knows and I know and we both know and you know now.
You all know.
That you can keep presence and you don't have to panic about
writing it down.
Oh my God, I don't have every part of the spell, right?
And you have time. You really have time to do it. Like Aquarius Full Moon is gonna be on the 11th, and today is the 3rd. So let's say that I upload it tomorrow. You still have like 6 days to do it.
Is this something you recommend to do on the full moon?
This is something that you should do on a Sunday. This is more of a new moon spell, but as this is Aquarius moon, it actually works on this particular full moon. I do recommend to do it as soon as possible, but don't stress yourself out because the Aquarius energy is going to help you through this.
Why do you recommend as soon as possible?
Because we're still working towards
From the
full
Leo new moon?
Yeah, it's going to help you strengthen those things because you came from a new moon that it's dark, it's a brand new start, towards a full moon, which it's actually going to shine all of these things and it's going to strengthen the bond. And it's when you're going to have all of the recognition, it's when you're having all of the rewards for what you're doing, for what you've been working with. But still, as I'm telling you, the Aquarius full moon, as it is in Aquarius, is going to help you. Because this is strengthening all of your friendships, and this is what Aquarius is actually encouraging us to do right now. So, you had the paper with your both initials, you folded it, you put it in a jar. In this jar, you're gonna put lavender. It could be oil, it could be the actual flower. And when you add the lavender, you're gonna picture a harmonious relationship. And you're gonna say something like that. Lavender of friendship, realign, and help this be an harmonious bond. Then you're gonna add, actually, I mean, here it says lapis lazuli. This is my grimoire. But today I've been called to actually do the rose quartz. And it's actually gonna help you more. You can do either or. I do recommend right now to do the rose quartz because it's actually to create a more harmonious relationship, a balanced relationship, a loving relationship. So you're gonna add this crystal and you're gonna say, crystal of harmony and love. Let this bond be resilient and free of doubt. You're gonna add then, and you're gonna put your hands above. Let's say that this is the bowl where you've been putting everything. You're gonna put both hands on top of it, and you're gonna picture the bond with this person. If you're doing this with a friend, it could be something like you put one hand, and then the other person puts the other hand. Help me.
I got you.
Like just one hand on, like this. So you're both using your energies in the same bowl.
Does left or right matter?
No, it doesn't matter. Just that the energy is right. You're both gonna be thinking about the relationship that you want to strengthen, and that's it. Putting the intention to make the relationship stronger and to be supportive of each other. And that's it. That's your spell. If you want to do it, this is more like a cute thing, but it's a reminder and it's gonna help you. I have, for example, this necklace that a friend gave me. Like, it's a little pig in a donut, and she has a little dog in an avocado. So you could put both of those charms in the bowl, and when you finish doing the intention, you can have each one the locket or whatever it is that you put in there. So that's a reminder, and it's filled with intention. So you're actually gonna put your friend closer to your heart. So this is the spell. I promise I'm gonna upload it. I'm gonna do the PDF, and that's it. I hope that you like it, and please, I like seeing pictures. So if you do it and you take pictures, please tag me on that, or just send it to me in an email. I love when people do WitchCraft and feel safe to share these things.
What is this in reverse?
8 of Cups,
We got the 8 of Cups in reverse.
like a delay on your abundance coming.
So the original card itself says Lord of Abandoned Success. That would just be normal, no?
Yeah, but actually,
We did get the 8 of Cups in reverse.
the 8 of Cups, it's more of an abundance thing. Like if you get it upright, the 8 of Cups is actually.
But is it like emotional abundance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
so not like
friendships,
not money and not finances, like more emotional
No, yeah,
or
more
like
emotional. Yeah.
esoteric abundance,
If it
right?
was like Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, it would be a monetary or like something material abundant.
Right.
But it's the 8 of Cups.
Right.
So you're actually filling all of your cups with abundance. The 8 is a really abundant number. When you turn it around, it's an infinite. So it makes the abundance to make this cycle of you're sharing and then receiving more, and it creates this beautiful cycle of getting everything that you need. So when it's in reverse, it's actually telling me that it's more of a delay on
No, I'm not positive. Mind you, this particular deck is not just tarot, right? It is the Hermetic Tarot deck. So it's the Kabbalah, it's astrology, it's tarot, and you know the bottom of the card it says the Lord of Abandoned Success. And so I did a quick look. Now, mind you, in this particular tarot deck, this is the reverse, and I had a feeling.
Here's festivity, joy.
Happiness, festivity, and joy.
But I do still feel like it's a delay on that.
And it could be. I think the delay is less about something. It's what I'm feeling right now is actually more about, have you undergone the psychological transformation in everything she said?
Oh, it might be that you're not ready to receive.
Yeah.
That you have it in your face.
It feels more like, you know, Venus is still in Cancer, so we're still valuing the emotions, we're still valuing the water, but the water is becoming smaller and smaller right now in the sky, right? You have Leo season, you have Aquarius Full Moon we're talking about now, and the only other water is Neptune in Pisces. So I'm almost feeling like you might be disillusioned of when that abundance is coming. And I feel like it might be something that is more emotional, honestly, where you actually have already, in your friendship dynamics and your hopes and your dreams, you've already landed on abundance. Okay? You've already struck gold. But I'm feeling like there's a deception at play, if you will, which is making you think that it's more delayed than it is. Because at least in this particular deck, right, tarot is very expansive, but this is not just tarot. This Hermetic deck is tarot, the Kabbalah, there's angels, and there's astrology. It's all of them combined into one. And in reversed, this Eight of Cups actually says happiness, festivity, and joy. Now, I want to read it to you upright, just so the card alone, so you can better understand it for yourself. It says, the Lord of Abandoned Success. A hand holds three stems. A hand holds three stems of water lilies. Two water lily flowers are shown, which bend over the center cups, pouring water into them. These two cups are not filled yet. The other cups remain empty and abandoned. At the top and bottom are the symbols for Saturn, the traditional ruler of Aquarius, and Pisces, Neptune in Pisces, which is what I felt. I didn't read this card, nor did I know it prior. This card represents the first decan of Pisces, a very immature Pisces. It's the first decan, first 10 degrees of Pisces. So it's not evolved in its emotional understanding or even sensitivity yet. Ruled by Saturn. Saturn hates being in Pisces. Pisces hates being in Saturn. Saturn is rules, discipline. Pisces is like, la, 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 la. The angels are Babalia and Gelaya. The meaning, upright, would be temporary success. Things thrown aside as soon as they are gained, and nothing of lasting value. It's indolence in success. It's a journey from place to place, searching for riches. It's instability. Now that's the card upright. This is the meaning upright. But I pulled it in reverse off of everything she was talking when she was talking, right after this friendship ritual spell. And in reverse, that means happiness, festivity, and joy. So it's kind of like what I'm getting with it, based on what she was saying. It's like, it's still delayed. Yamaya, you know Yamaya?
a teacher was called like that, and it reminded me of that. Yeah, goddess of the sea.
Goddess of the seas. Thank you. Seas, Pisces, once again. It's almost like what I'm kind of getting is we just went through the wateriest season of the year, which was Cancer. Mercury was in Cancer, Venus was in Cancer, the sun was in Cancer. Cancer was rocking the sky. But Cancer is pretty much more dolo. Pisces and Neptune, more karmic, more collective. And what I'm getting off the rip for this Aquarius Full Moon message is, did you actually go through the repressed emotions? If you didn't, the success that you will see will be short lasting. The success that you will see will be everything with this Eight of Cups that I mentioned upright. But if you went through the emotional transformations that have been granted to you, put in your face, asked of you, now this will be the season you will be able to experience joy emotionally. You will experience more festive emotions rather than being depressed and gloomy. You would have broken many of the illusions if you're willing to face those illusions and allow them to dissolve. Pisces and Neptune in Pisces. Now, the reason why this is so critical as well is because Jasmine and I tomorrow are going live on what? Mercury in Virgo. So what are we saying? Right? I'm going to drop it here. Virgo will go opposition to Neptune in Pisces. Jupiter in Aries, I don't think it's going to go into Pisces by the time Virgo is still there. But Jupiter in Aries will still be going retrograde back into Jupiter in Pisces, likely while either Venus is there or the sun is there, one or the other. So this opposition energy is coming. Thank you. Opposition, which means what? Mercury in Virgo will have us start looking at the reality of things. It's not about fantasy at all. It's about everything that you actually are able to harvest, the fruits of your labor, the fruits of you addressing this emotional instability, addressing this psychological transformation, providing a more festive and joyful and happy emotional world, which is abundance. It's not always about money. And it will start to have your mind, Mercury, contrast the dissolution of your dreams, recognizing what is just not real, too far-fetched, rose-colored glasses. Oh, we got a jumper. You hear that thing? You hear that dice going? Dang.
I just want to take a moment to tell you to trust your intuition always. Because even with this card, like whatever the guidebook says or Google says, it's a guide. And you have to trust whatever it is telling you, because that's really the most important part. Like, I'm sure that this is about a delay in your abundance. And this is what I'm feeling, and I have to trust it. And this is about, again, letting you be yourself and understanding that it doesn't matter if someone else doesn't believe it, because it's his truth, it's my truth. It might not be the same for everyone, but trust yourself. Be the courageous peony and bloom wherever you need to.
This was the delay in the abundance. Give them the next message. We got the 4 cups. Upright. This was the delay in the abundance. This is adding to your message.
Yeah, because it's overpouring. Like it's literally. It is of cups too, right? So it's you were trying to contain too much, and that was not going to work. This was upright.
It was upright.
Yeah, because you were trying to have a lot. You're having a lot on your mind. This comes again with the tsunami dream. So that's why this is being delayed, because you haven't been paying attention to your emotions. That's what Pernell was talking about when he said that if you didn't do the work, then it's gonna be like the 8 of Cups upright. And if you did do the work and actually let yourself understand what you're feeling, then the blessings are coming. And understand that these blessings come more of on an emotional and support level rather than economical and material.
No, that makes sense because in all sincerity, I took a month and a half, 2 months off YouTube. Took a month and a half, 2 months off all clientele work, whether group, individual, and everything in between. Every single thing, I was literally like, bleh. I want to get back to my usual self. And I'm starting to feel like that, but at a brand new level, at a brand new understanding of abundance, to the point where I'm through all of this emotional rewiring and unconscious patterns and family beliefs being discovered, revealed, and even healed in a sense where, sure, there's always more healing to do for me, myself. And so I could have been taking this way more selfishly in all sincerity, but the message is the message. For me, myself, I've been undergoing a tremendous amount of emotional healing and having in the process to connect with my guides, having in the process to apply the information that they've been giving me, even when it seems crazy. So that's why for me, it was like the feeling was just, the intuition was like, look, this is festivity. This is happiness. This is joy. Because I just did my last 2 months of like, blah, right? And she was literally there. So she saw a lot of that process, which is why I think that if you did not, I did get the 9 of Cups in reverse.
So that's putting others, like others' emotions before yours.
Oh! Hit him. Hit him. Hit him or I will. Hit him or I'm going to do it.
Well, do it.
I'm going to do it then. I'm going to do it. Listen, in this card, you see, man, this is my phone. My phone is really old, so the quality is not as clear. You see Pisces. You also see Jupiter. What did I tell you? Jupiter will retrograde from Aries back to Pisces. So what are we saying? Any false starts, I've been trying to tell people this, any false starts that you had from a place of how you expanded spiritually, how you expanded emotionally, and even with the sensitivities of your emotions. If you had false starts, if you were emotionally relying on other people, and that can not only be you playing victim mode, that could also be you taking care of and tending to their emotions, becoming emotionally responsible for other people so that you didn't have to address your emotions. If you were doing that, this is the delayed abundance that this is the more complete message, and I feel like this is the delayed abundance that she's talking about. If you did the emotional work and the healing, good for you. Hit the thumbs up. No, literally hit the thumbs up. If you did it, you're about to go, and this Aquarius Full Moon is going to have people supporting your hopes and your dreams, 11th house, supporting your aspirations, 11th house. You're going to have the people who don't support you, they're more easily with this Aquarius Moon, they're going to close themselves out. And you need to let them. Or on the opposite end, people who always have supported you, they're going to more publicly or even privately support you in an obvious way. Whether that's them booking your services, whether that's them supporting you in super chats, I saw Michael say, whether that's somebody sitting there, just being in the comments doesn't cost you anything. It could be your attention, right? It could be your energy. Your energy already is bringing so much more of you. The 15 people currently in this live, your energy is bringing so much more abundance to the group than anything and everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So notice the energy of those two jokers in here that already had to get blocked, saying something like, yeah, he'll give you the message if he takes your money. Something like that. I don't know what it says. He'll give you your money he'll give you the message if you take your money. I didn't even tell her this, but I had old clients from like 8 years ago who, again, are in that, they're more like this, right? They're trying to take advantage of the fact that they still have that channel and that outlet to me. But within that, the moment I said, what's the phone call about? Great, you want to have a phone call. What's the call about? That's all I said. What would you like to talk about? And the automatic trigger response to this person was, oh, I get it. Your time is your money. You can't talk to me unless I pay. And I was like, I know, you see it? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I didn't even tell her this. I didn't even tell her this because I had to just look at it from a more graceful standpoint and realize this is not my problem. That's this personal guy's insecurity. It has nothing to do with me. And I made sure to make sure I sent that message back. And she was like, you gonna respond like? Don't ever forget who I am in all sincerity. I will chew you the fuck up. And I enjoy it. I get very rare moments when I get to do it. I do enjoy it. But I had to check in with enjoying it too much in a way. I had to check in when I was doing it unconsciously. Really, because it was holding me back. And this is a good Aquarius full moon. Where are you checking in with yourself being held back? This is super duper important with this moon. Because Saturn is karmic and it will govern and regulate and require you to have the discipline within these connections of people supporting or not supporting your dreams. What's the full message we got so far? We had the devil. We had the devil in reverse, asking you to let go of attachment, stopping you from your occult magic and expression on this full moon. Great. We had the Eight of Cups in reverse, which was saying you're going to get that emotional abundance delayed. You being emotionally fulfilled and actually experiencing happiness, not seeking it, not finding it from place to place to place, but finding a sustainable source of it, no longer being unstable. You're going to get that if you did the emotional work, which is the Four of Cups. That's your abundance if you did the emotional work, all right? And that's you having that blended pleasure. You're starting to blend pleasure with the whole message. Or if you didn't, you got that Nine of Cups in reverse, which is more so saying
that you've been like the emotional clutch of whoever is surrounding you. Now you've been taking emotions that aren't yours.
Boom. So that's you being responsible for people's emotions that likely what I'm getting with that Pisces energy is that you're being responsible. You're going to get this in retrograde. Aries will go back. Jupiter will go back retrograde. So you can't trick and fool retrograde. First off, you think you already got past it. You think you already by it. So you're not really, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're not really familiar with astrology, you're thinking, oh wow, I got over on karma. Oh wow, I got over on spirit. Oh wow, I got over on source energy. They coming back for that ass. So I'm kind of getting at where like when everybody else is starting to rise, if you find yourself jealous or even envious of their ascension, but you're finding yourself back in a worse position that you were before when Jupiter was in Pisces, that's your fault. So go ahead and take those lickings and realize that it's time to do the emotional healing. Juju, you funny as hell, yo. I'm happy to see you back in here, girl.
555, yeah, great changes and transformations on the way. And and understanding that from this message is like change and transformation within your spiritual practices.
Okay, you want to get ready to pull cards for Michael. He's the first one. In Aquarius, I'm going to to finish this message off, I'm actually hit the thumbs up. I'm going to give you your final little mini forecast, which is more intuitive for this Aquarius full moon. In order to do that, you want to express to them how they can go through the healing and this abundant reality kickstart.
Yeah, through astrology, you're gonna find exactly these placements like this that we're doing right now, understanding which house, what planet, house, planet, and sign, to understand what are the wounds that are blocking you from your abundance. And you're also gonna understand through magic and meditation, where is this hidden? So what is this blockage? Is it a person? Is it a memory? Is it something that's embedded into yourself? And through that, we're going to understand how to heal it too, with magic and astrology. And so you're going to connect with your intuition, you're going to heal these wounds, you're going to apply all of this new knowledge, and finally you're going to conclude. You're going to conclude all your practices, and understanding that by closing all doors, you're going to get into the new ones.
Bang. So I dropped it in the chat. Michael, you the dopest. I was looking for your comment and I saw, for real, gracias por la hechicería.
Hechicería.
Hechicería, disculpa. And she said, "Yeah, gracias." But he said, "Thank you for the witchcraft." All right. Is it possible? Did that mother lover make it back? Deleted by Iris Connection. You deleted it.
Yeah.
Oh crap! You're quick.
I'm using my new power.
How did they get in there so fast? I swear I already blocked their channel. I don't know how they did it. All right. So Michael, I see your Mercury is in Aquarius, 22nd degree, which is the degree of Capricorn, so already relates very closely to Aquarius. All right, the degree of career, reputation, social status. Your mind is strategically looking to consider how to form a cosmic plan around your career and how you show up to others, okay, on the global and social scale. Mike, so Mercury there, it gives you a mind that is, you're closing out on this Aquarius full moon in a way that's directly impacting yourself and your personality, because the first house Aquarius, Aquarius full moon, the moon is affecting yourself. Saturn right now in Aquarius is yourself. Where do you need to be disciplined? That's my question. Where do you need to be disciplined with yourself? Where do you need to be patient, in a sense, with the time and the energy that you put into yourself? This full moon is closing out all the things that I just said, and your mind is officially closing out and catching up with it. You're understanding that there are certain people connections that don't belong, that they're not supporting the self that you are, the person you are, the personality you are, the courage and the boldness that it requires for you to be yourself, to show up on the grand stage. What's important about this, and this is more so from Nikola Stanovich, with the 22nd degree, this is the degree of homicide. So what am I saying? This can be because you are right now in the first house of self. If you do not mind your mental status enough, this could be suicide. I gotta say it how it feels. I don't really want to be like all grim and whatnot on it, but I don't even think that that's really part of what's going on for you. I'm not going to say that's not always not have been, but it could have been at a certain point. And so to be real, I have to sit there and announce this out loud. If it comes down to anything like that and these thoughts cross the mind, fucking send me an email. I don't even like cursing, but I'm going to curse in that instance because it's raw and it's passionate for me. It's primitive. Send me a damn email. You have my WhatsApp link directly in my chats, directly in my description. If it comes to that, and I don't believe it's there. But beyond that, what I really more so believe it's about is mentally, your understanding Mercury, what people in your life support your image, your social rep, how you want to show up in the world. Mike, let me see. 10th house. Oh, it was you. It was Mike. Jeez. No, you remember earlier. Tell them what I got. The dice. The first dice.
Oh, yeah. We already talked about that.
Yeah, but we didn't see
there
what
was Venus in Aquarius, 10th house. So it was about appreciating the knowledge.
Appreciating and valuing
the
everything
knowledge.
Aquarius. Pull a card for him about that. Because you already got it? Alright. She already got the card. Give him the card.
Yeah, for you is to trust the timing. Like you might feel pressure, like you're running out of time. This happens more and more whenever you're getting through birthdays somehow. But you can also be feeling it from like a creative standpoint, which I think that it's most related to right now, the message. Understand that whatever is being delayed, it's because of a greater reason. Like it's gonna play out in your favor at the end. So just be patient with that. Be patient with that. Understand that you're right on time for everything. And even if you feel like I'm gonna send this example just because of the Aquarius full moon. But for example, if you feel like it's been too long since you talked to your friend, for example, and that now they're not gonna respond, it doesn't matter. You're not out of time. You're always on time for what's right. So it's for you. Trust the timing.
Give me the house, the degree, and the planet.
I think J-Lo was after
J-Lo?
Michael. Yeah.
J-Lo. Okay, thank you, J-Lo. You did say that. Thank you. Mike, I rolled my dice earlier. All right. And the message was very clear. Thank you. The message was clear. I said, what do I need to know today? And it pulled up Venus in Aquarius 10th house. So it's about valuing the friendships that support your career and how you want to show up in the world. And everything around yourself that you value today. That was the message I was supposed to come on here. That was the first thing I did before I ever touched my phone this morning. I rolled the dice and said, what do I need to know today? All right? On these dice. And that was the it. So, Mike, you've been one of the people supporting on the channel. So thank you. I want to send a shout out to you. Before you even got this message personal to you, you were already asking about super chats or how to donate. So it's like, this is the prime example. It's like, I feel in the moment that I was literally meant to talk to you today. And now the official channel is starting to kind of open and it's coming through. And what I'm supposed to and what I feel like I need to tell you,
It's not lagging, he's just thinking. So
it's the square energy, Mike. So Aquarius is square Taurus. And like I said, Taurus is the biggest dick in the sky right now. And it's a feminine energy. And Uranus is the modern ruler of Aquarius. So your ruler is in an area that's squaring and causing a tremendous amount of attention. In Taurus. Taurus is my rising. Mike, I came here directly for you. This entire life has been dedicated to you from the moment I woke up, Mike. I swear on everything I love. Okay. So you yourself, and I felt this, the message for you is, right now you're only recombobulating the changes and the shifts that the North Node in Taurus is forcing you yourself to align with. There is a cosmic intelligence being rewired and built into your body, Mike, where you're now getting answers in a way that it is undeniably accurate and cosmic in the delivery of the intelligence that's directly implemented into your body. Mike, what I need you to understand is that this too shall pass. Whatever the hell's going on in your life, this too shall pass. I want everybody in the chat that's in here, support Mike and follow up this message energetically speaking and type, this too shall pass. Please help me and help him out at the same time and help yourself by typing in the chat, this too, replay or not, this too shall pass. Because this is a tremendously tense time. Taurus is winning. Mars in Taurus, Uranus in Taurus, the North Node in Taurus. This junk is intense. In all sincerity, this junk is so intense that no one can, as a human, myself included, my human body and everyone else I know, they cannot comprehend the new upgrades that we're receiving in our physical body, getting ready for us to detach from everything materialistic and really honor everything cosmic in nature and esoteric or alien to what we once knew and believed. This too shall pass. I skipped church to be here. Yeah. Because you're Lilith. Mike, were you the one with the Lilith in Aquarius? And I'm going to try to get the next person's Aquarius placement now. This live is right on time. I see you, Juju. Your Lilith was in Aquarius. It was you. I saw that. This too shall pass. Thank you, J-Lo. So, Mike, The fact that you skip church, I got nothing against church. I'm not going to say that at all. But church is a traditional thing. This is Pluto in Capricorn. Venus in Cancer is opposition. Wherever your Cancer is, it would help me out a little bit if I was really giving like an astrotherapy session one-on-one. The next place I will look is where the hell is Cancer at for you, because it's in opposition to the Capricorn placements. Aquarius is not traditional. It understands the traditions, but it is trying to find a new and unconventional path to still abide by the church traditions, beliefs, and philosophies, but get aligned with what's more unique to it, which is automatically different than everybody in church by default. All right. So your Lilith in Aquarius is saying that you're repressed in believing in a more cosmic source of faith. Yeah. All right. Next person. Mike, I hope that helped. J-Lo is at J-Lo. 8th is equal to 24 degrees. Aquarius is in the 8th house, 24 degrees. And Placidus is the 9th house, 5th degree. All right. So 8th is your whole sign, I'm guessing. So I'm going to go through Placidus because I personally enjoy it most, J-Lo. So thank you for your patience. 9th house, Placidus. My Aquarius is in the 9th house this year in Mars. So J-Lo, you're closing out an old belief system. Especially if you've taken any new courses or potentially an overseas trip abroad, you are officially closing out what those lessons have been. So what you can do is, you can look from August. Where's my phone, Eileen? You see it? No? I didn't either. I lost it a long time ago. I have no idea where it's at. All right. You can look at what is 6 months from August 11th. It's weird because I had it here. From August 11th to 6 months prior, J-Lo, what is that? I have no idea. It's bothering the hell out of me. 8/2, that's February. So back in February, J-Lo, you might have had a new moon manifestation about what kind of classes might you take. I'm going to say classes specifically because I know you've been taking something about class. Okay, I see it now. 2 year human design, 2 years now. 2 years. Today, 2 years ago, 2 years ago, J-Lo, I filmed an Aquarius Full Moon message in Colombia, where I think Mike actually was wondering if I was at in one of these videos. I'm not in Colombia anymore, I'm in Mexico. But 2 years ago, I did a full moon video in Aquarius. Today. So 2 years ago already, J-Lo, this gene keys you're taking now, what this is saying is, you've came into a new knowledge about gene keys. It's just that simple. And you're ready to start implementing what has become a creative expression of yours, let's say gene keys. You're implementing and you're ready to implement the knowledge from gene keys into your actual belief system. My Spanish astrology teacher is in Colombia. Oh crap, the country or the state? The way you wrote it was the state, I'm just checking. So, J-Lo, she is a Spanish astrology teacher. I first learned astrology in Spanish. That's the wildest part, in Colombia. And this is for you, J-Lo. She's gonna take it and give it to you.
Yeah, it is about boundaries. The card is called You Got the Love. So you really need to understand that everything that you're looking outside is already inside of you. And this is speaking of literally love. So if you're clinging to someone because you think that they're giving you a love that you're not gonna be able to find anywhere else, this is an old belief that you have to let go now. And understand that you need to find first inside of you what is it that you want so you can manifest it outside. Because again, you can't attract what you don't have. So you have to put this energy of love outside so you can attract more people that are gonna feed that feeling too. I don't know, like intro. You're not paying attention. So
I am listening to you.
To yeah, to give and receive love. So to have this relationship. I don't know if I explain myself correctly because I forgot this word. I have the word in Spanish, but I'm not finding it in English. Like
Say it in Spanish. She speaks Spanish.
Retroalimentación. Like you're.
Just say the whole message in Spanish for a moment.
Yeah. You have to have this love.
That's English.
You have to understand that the love that you have inside is what is going to help you to have this retroalimentación from others. Okay, that's the message that I wanted to say.
She does speak Spanish. Give her the whole message in Spanish, just briefly.
Okay, once again, todo el amor que tienes adentro, todo el amor que estás buscando, ya está dentro de ti. Entonces, lo que tienes que hacer es entender eso, amarte, encontrarlo, y de esta manera vas a encontrar a más gente, vas a atraer a más gente que pueda retroalimentar ese amor. Y entonces es cuando por fin te vas a sentir satisfecha con eso.
Are you ready to be satisfied? Listen, J-Lo, that was for you. I want to say thank you. I just saw your WhatsApp too, by the way. I see you shouting out the love. Super dope. I appreciate you. All right. Aquarius placements. Aquarius helix. This too shall pass.
Maybe just one last person?
One last person. Thank you. Thank you for my guide. I've been single for 6 years. Once my courses are done, I will spread my wings. The devil had wings. And my devil in this deck had wings around the Star of David. All right, last person who's Aquarius placements that I see. J-Lo, I do feel like this video is for you because Eileen spoke about having to go deeper. So I'm copy and pasting this particular message because this is the moon in Scorpio tomorrow. So right after you watch this video, you might as well count your dreams as it. My internet was acting wonky. I'm back.
Yeah, it's been a theme.
Yo, my jump been crazy too. All right, last persons that I see who already typed the degrees, allegories in the Bible, read between the lines. Allegories in the Bible, yep. Astrology is written all in the Bible through allegories. Side note. All right, who do I see? Who do I see? I don't see anybody's Aquarius placements. Anybody else? First person to drop it is, I don't want to look forever.
I have Jasmine Daniel, 6th house, moon, 10 degrees.
Thank you. Jasmine, you got a moon 6th house. Jasmine is our guest tomorrow. 6th house moon, 10 degrees in Aquarius. All right, Jasmine, if you're still here, give us a thumbs up before I waste my energy. Just drop a little something, Jasmine. But if not, maybe it'll still be a good learning purpose. 6th house. Oh, crap, I lost it. I'm sorry.
6th house, moon.
What degree?
10.
10th degree? Thank you. All right. Thank you, Jasmine. All right, so here we go. Here's the last one for Aquarius message today.
Check. She's here. Thank you. Okay. I feel like it wasn't gonna be a hurtful here. So.
All right, here we go. So what's closing out for you and coming into very clear illumination is day to day and your career and how you want to show up in the world. You're just showing up, Jasmine. It's just that simple. You're no longer thinking about it or trying to plan to such an extraneous extent that you become overly critical of yourself and the message that you have to share with the public, but also the message you have to share in order to serve. So I don't know what your Instagram has looked like prior because I just got you on Instagram, but I've been seeing you on Instagram and you've been speaking more about personal development and it seems like it's doing very well. I've seen some of your reels on Instagram just like blowing up. And I don't know what your Instagram looked like prior, but I got it what I got now. So I'm like newly into your friend circle. So I'm more so supporting the new side. I know for myself, I'm telling you all out, I'm supporting the fresh individuality of how you show up on the internet, which is Aquarius. Internet, through as one of your connected colleagues, 11th house Aquarius. And I'm looking to what you're doing is you're showing up publicly, and you've come into illumination that this is your day-to-day work. Right now, you're transitioning out of what you used to do for work because you know what you want to be known for. And Saturn in Aquarius is asking you to get very disciplined, even structured on what you want to be known for. Not what you actually do now, but what you know you should do, what you know you want to do, what you know and how you, the ways in which you know how to use your reputation and your friendship circles to actually further advance and push forward into new seasons, new reputable seasons. Okay, 10th house, 10th degree, new reputable seasons.
And what I got for you is that you have something karmic. The card is called I'm sorry. So you have to understand that whatever is happening right now, you might be triggered by some things that you don't understand. And this is because it's coming from a past life where there's something that is causing you pain. So my recommendation will be to actually look into that, do some meditation, understand what is this past life that gave you this kind of grief, because it's something that is stopping you from getting your full potential. Like, yeah, you're starting to get the reward, you're starting to be more active, you're starting to be like more seen, like be on the sun, but you're gonna get to a certain point if you don't address these things, because there's gonna come a point where you're gonna be stopping and trying to understand that whatever this attack looks like, it might be from a friend, not actually a friend, someone that you consider a friend, or maybe an acquaintance, or somebody whose opinion you value is gonna maybe say something that is gonna trigger you and it's gonna make you want to stop. So be aware of that. It is caused by a karmic past life, and it is not actually true. You need to go past that and to keep working.
Yeah, thank you, Eileen. I appreciate that. The thing I got for you off the rip, Jasmine, is to just say exactly this. I'm sorry, which is what the card says, actually.
Yeah, Ho'oponopono.
Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you.
And you know what? I did see something just today in the Ho'oponopono that to close this whole message, it said something like, we are complete, we are one, and now we are set free. So this is just to give a closure to this message. Understand that once you do this, you're gonna be set free.
También.
Taurus for house north node.
You got that this morning. Well, you can get to know. I don't know what the hell that's about, but and it's the south. It's the south node. I don't know about the south node part, but you got this Taurus fourth earlier.
Yeah.
Whatever that is, it'll hit later. Maybe it's just for us. Thank you, when you both enjoyed this amazing night. No, I appreciate you.
You too. Thank you.
Yeah. So say this, everybody. Again, just type it in the chat. Just confirm it out loud. I've been working with the Ho'oponopono myself, starting like a year ago, maybe the first time I started it. And it's a part of my actual mantra and my daily ritual. I say it all the time, even in silence a lot of times. Thank you to yourself for all that you've endured, for all that you've overcome, for all that you're grateful for. All right? Please forgive me. And it's primarily about yourself. Forgive yourself for the things that you just didn't know when you didn't know them. Forgive yourself for overly criticizing the process rather than just embracing the whole entire healing process. What's up, Shireen? I'm sorry. Again, this is not a sorry necessarily to other people, but it's sorry for yourself, to yourself, so that you can better engage and interact with other people. So I had to say this for myself. Ashe, thank you, J-Lo, in African culture. It's like, you know, I had to say sorry to myself a lot of times. I had to say sorry to help myself, forgive myself. Literally, I had to apologize to myself for the fuckery that I allowed from other people. And again, I had to just go ahead and use the passion words in the moment.
Yeah, like
you know what I mean?
just want to like, let's do it.
I mean, well, the video already is gonna get flagged for whatever, anyways. But I allowed a lot of effery, you know, from other people to me. Like I just engage in too much quote unquote toxic positivity and not really realizing and accepting that there's real dark, evil mother lovers out there, and it is what it is. So I had to say sorry to myself for allowing myself, or I had to say sorry to myself for crossing my own boundaries. And that was the harder part. That was the harder pill for me to swallow. Like, I set boundaries, and before I didn't have boundaries, and then when I got boundaries, I set boundaries, and then I crossed my own boundaries, and I never considered that I could cross my own boundaries. I literally did not consider that I myself could cross my own boundary. I thought that I could set the boundary, and all I need to watch for is no one crossing my boundary, and then I need to address it then. But I did not think and consider, well, what happens when I cross my own boundary? That was a harder pill for me to swallow, and that's what the I'm sorry and the Ho'oponopono is about. And then finally, thank you. Thank yourself for the entire process. Thank yourself for engaging within this conversation and really going through the healing. Thank yourself for everything. As I say the healing, I drop this link one more time, and I ask Eileen to just go ahead and share why you should go ahead and check in with this Abundant Reality Kickstart.
Yeah, to primary, I'm getting the feeling that it's about connecting with your intuition, whatever this looks like for you. I'm again going back to this card. Like, the first thing that came into my feelings was that it was a delay on your blessings. And that is what you need to trust, even if everyone else around you is saying otherwise. The first feeling that you have is the correct one. Don't let your mind go playing into it. So we're gonna show you how this feels like, so you can recognize it and understand these messages that are coming to you, so you don't have to rely on anyone else doing that. You're gonna do that. You're gonna do the healing of the wounds, for example, for Jasmine, about the karmic things that might stop you from your success. That is something that we would address with that. We're gonna be using astrology and magic. We're gonna be applying it to help heal those wounds, understand where they are, how to get past them, and finally getting to the closure with all of your past projects, so you can start with something new, fresh, and where you can actually get all of the abundance, whatever this looks like to you.
And mind you, she just came up today, if you didn't check or you're watching it late, with a friendship strengthening ritual / spell. So mind you, the magic portion, this is not just about you learning astrology, this is about you actually actively practicing magic, but as well in a safe way. Because magic can go awfully wrong. Let's be real.
Yeah, for example, just what I told you, with the friendship spell, you cannot do this if you don't have the permission of the other person. So that's a limit, that's a boundary that you have to understand, that you have to respect the free will of others. Like, you cannot be doing this love spells that are all over Instagram, because you're messing with somebody else's free will, and it's gonna come back to you and worse. So this is not something that you want, but it's something that most people don't know. But not knowing does not exclude you from the actual repercussions of your actions.
And this is the consequence, the Three of Swords. If you do a spell, all right, without the knowledge or even consent of the friend, if you try to strengthen a friendship without their consent, the Three of Swords is the consequence. That's the punishment. You know what that's about?
Yeah, it's in communication. It's about everything intellectual. So you're gonna be cutting on those chords in a way that it's gonna mess up with you. Like, it's not gonna let you think straight, and you're gonna actually be passing through a lot of destructive thoughts once that you don't get what you wanted because the other person didn't want it. So it's a relationship is both ways. You have to both want it in order to build something together.
So that said, we're going to conclude this Aquarius Full Moon message, all right? If you want the strengthening spell, check Eileen's channel. I'm going to drop it one last time in the chat. She will be sharing her next video, a spell, a friendship strengthening spell that she recommended that you do pretty much immediately, as quick as possible, actually based off of energetically, there's a right time to do certain spells, and there's a wrong time. I don't want to say a wrong time, but not necessarily the most potent.
Yeah, exactly. You're looking for the most strength for your spell so it can work the right way. If you do it some other time, it probably will work, but not as fast, not as potent, not as positive as it could be. So you really want to take advantage of all of the energies that are outside already supporting this. So that's what you want to do right now. Since we're working towards a full moon, this is the perfect time to be working and doing this kind of spells to strengthen the relationship, to build something. And just because this is a full moon in Aquarius, and Aquarius is friendships, and it's calling you to actually do this strengthening of the bonds, this spell will work until the full moon.
That's that. I dropped her YouTube. If you have not yet, check it out, subscribe. More and more of these witchcraft spells will come. This is her specialty, not mine. All right. So she's the one you want to go see for that. Her channel is growing, it's going rapid. So you want to catch on. You want to catch on early. Other than that, right above her link, tomorrow I'm going live with Jasmine, who's in the chat. This is Mercury tomorrow entering Virgo. This is game changer. We didn't speak much about it today, but it would be a live transit talk around Mercury and Virgo. Shout out to everybody who's in here. Thank you for that thumbs up. Thank you for your support. J-Lo, Shireen, Jasmine, gang, gang, gang. See you tomorrow. All right.
Yes.
Everybody else I didn't mention. Michael, shout out to you. All right. Courtney, all the people in the Abundant Reality Mentorship. Many of you have already gotten to the private group and it's already booming. It's already clicking and clacking. So that makes me excited. I will see you soon.
Thank you.
Love.